Hey moguls, it's Dr. T here, and we're going to do an upgrade that's really going to shift the way in which you understand why things are happening to you so you can change them into having just good things happen for you. So, we're making an upgrade from asking why do bad things happen to me to asking who are they coming from? So, let me explain. So typically, when certain things happen to us, the conditioned response is why? Why does this happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? Why? Trying to get the reason, like the mysterious reason. But when you think about that question, it's like, what do we think? What's somebody going to answer, from the universe? Somebody's just going to answer and just say, well, it's because of this and give you the exact mystery and solve it for you. The question is what's off. Why does this happen to me is not a way to make sure it doesn't happen to you. It's not a way to shift to have happen to you what you want to happen to you. It's just a pain response. Why does nothing. It's one of the absolute wastes of energy that you can do. Asking who is this coming from is better. Who in my reality is this stuff coming from is much more accurate because we want to think about the truth, which is we absorb reality from everybody, but we absorb it more from the people we are in close proximity to. And we absorb it even more from those we retain in our psyche and hold in our circle. And we also have the who come from all the memories and the programs that run from our past. So when we ask, who is this coming from? Like, say it's something, I'll just use one. I'll use one of my own life. There was a similar type of relationship that I kept having. Out of all my different relationships, I kept having this certain type of relationship. And as a transformative person, I kept shifting and shifting and shifting and shifting. And yet this would still show up here and there. And when I stopped long time ago asking, why is this happening? To asking, who is this coming from? See, it's different. It's not where is this coming from? Who is this coming from? It started to help me understand who in my reality I was absorbing. Because remember, they say you're the sum total of the people that you're the closest to. They say it's like the 5 people you're closest to. It's bottom line the people you're closest to. And if there are people in your reality that are in crisis, you have more potential to be in crisis. If there are people in your reality that are not growing, you have the potential to not grow. If there are people in your reality who are angry, you have the potential to be more angry. If there are people in your reality that are negative, you have the potential to be more negative and have more negative things happen. Because remember, say for example, say you've got anyone in your reality that's just negative. No matter what you do, they are just always that way, never changing. By having anyone at all in your reality that is negative, you have a massive 100% risk factor for having negative things happen, for not only being negative as well, but having negative things happen. You can't have something in your reality and not expect more of it to happen. Physics is that object in motion stays in motion until acted upon by another force, like changing and shifting into a new intention. So, very similar or very clear that it's just physics. So, I say something's occurring, like this keeps showing up. What's going on? A series of quote unquote bad things happen. My invitation and my upgrade for you is to ask, who is this coming from? Who in my world, let's just use this very simple example, is negative? Who's sending me negative energy? Who's negative around me? Who's negative no matter how happy I am? Who's negative the most in my life? Who's negative the longest in my life. And you can know that if you have that in your life continuously, you will have seriously bad things happen. You will have seriously, could potentially, you can have catastrophic things happen, right? It's just a fact of the situation. It's just physics. So, my invitation for you for the rest of your life, moguls, is to absolutely be clear who you are absorbing. Anyone in your proximity, anyone in your social networks, anyone in your psyche that's taken up rent here, you have the potential, if again, if just to be keeping it 100% real, they get a bad diagnosis, and you are around them and you keep processing that thing, the potential for you to have that plus other things that are just like that. So, say somebody got a fatal diagnosis. If you are absorbing that all the time, the chances for something to happen to you that could be fatal are 100% if you have it in your atmosphere. It's just that simple if you have it in your psyche. So, and I am very aware of people who have been in relationships with certain people, been absorbing that for a period of time, and a series of things just keep happening and keep happening. So, you want to ask, who in my reality is that coming from? And when you figure it out, because the answer will likely come like that, who is it? Oh, it's that, it's them. That is then the point to get real with yourself and start to make a shift so you go in a direction that doesn't have you taking any of that in anymore. Because if you take it into your world, it will keep producing itself because we are a mechanism. And then people will go, well, the world is bad. The life is no, it's whatever's in proximity to you, whatever's in your psyche, whatever you're continually internalizing. If you think there's a cheat around this, there isn't. Doesn't matter who it is, how much you care about them, what your relationship is to them. If you are absorbing in something that is XYZ, you will produce that more in your reality. Okay. Taking in this upgrade is maybe one of the most important ones you can ever do. When bad things happen, just say, who is it coming from? And even preempt that and say, is there anyone in my reality that I would not want to be absorbing? Is there anything toxic? Is there anything I'm absorbing that I would not want to make more of? Because if so, time to exit that situation 100% out of there. All right. Only if you want to stop having those same kinds of things happen. But this is a free world. And if you want to continue having bad things happen to you, then keep absorbing them. It's really up to you, but that's not the upgrade I'm giving today. But I'm here to be 100% real with you that it's just that simple. It's a very pure system. So it takes a lot of maturity, takes a lot of being authentic with ourselves to say, am I going to keep absorbing that anymore and keep those risk factors in place? Or am I going to move on to a higher ground, a higher frequency, a higher level, and only absorb in the things that I would want to create more of? And I think, knowing all of you, that I know which one you're going to choose. So this is your invitation to make this upgrade. All right, everyone. Nice job taking this upgrade in. Way to mogul on up and become a better steward of your reality. This is a very big one. More to come. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.